Well, I think the only advice I could give would be the obvious advice that you have to practice, and you have to engage in English language conversation, which can be quite difficult. And you just sort of have to force yourself to do it, and also to read a lot. So it's not easy, especially when you're not in an English-speaking country. Traveling to an English-speaking country when you have the opportunity would be a tremendous help. Well, I wouldn't be in a position to recommend a specific book, except I think you should, if you're going to read English language books, please read books that you like, whether detective stories or adventure stories, but just read. The important thing is to read, and read what you like to read. And if you enjoy reading that particular book or that subject or that plot, then read it, because that's the way to learn.
When you make your outline, you need to think about how is this story going to progress. Don't just give 3 points, have a plan. So it could be simple, like cause, effect, solution, or small, medium, big. But you need to have an organizational structure to your essay and then follow it. Because without following the structure, then you're going to get lost. You're not going to know where you're going, and you may repeat yourself. And once you start repeating yourself, your essay falls apart. So the trick is stay on your message, whatever you're trying to say. Use your experiential examples simply to highlight or emphasize. Don't focus too much on your own experience. Just use it to strengthen your message, but stay on point. That's the important thing.
It comes down to the topic. If you have a clear topic, it's usually pretty easy to organize what you want to say. I'm a professor, so I teach writing a lot, and usually the essays or the speeches that my students have problems with are the ones where they don't have a clear topic. They're trying to say too many things. And so you need to narrow your idea, get a strong focus, and then build on that single focus. Support it, give good examples, and then you'll have an excellent speech or essay. A 10,000 word essay is probably going to have probably 2 key theses, right? If it's an opinion piece, my guess is that you'd set up the problem that you have an opinion about. You describe that problem fairly in a lot of detail, and then in the second half of that essay, you would of course come up with your solution. You'd also look at some of the other solutions out there and sort of say why they're not as good as the one that you're proposing. And so in a problem solution, that's probably the best way to organize a 10,000 word essay. But always, when you're trying to connect personally with the topic, use anecdotes. Share stories from your own life. If you've had an experience with, pollution, talk about that experience.